YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Berto coming at you with another YouTube video. I posted the other one, man. I'm kind of surprised, but I kind of did like how it came out. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, you guys did too. I did gain another subscriber. Now we're at 9 subscribers, man. I didn't tell, like I said in the other video, I did not tell nobody about this TikTok. About this YouTube. Besides my boy C and my girlfriend. That's it. So if you're the one of the 9 subscribers out there that are subscribed just purely off watching me, like I said in the other video, I appreciate you guys. And let's get into this video, man. I'm super excited. I've been thinking about this for a while. And I feel like now is the perfect time. Like I said, I think I've been thinking about doing this YouTube video for like 2 weeks. Whenever Draymond hit Nurkic, that's when I started thinking about this video. But let's go, man. Man. As we all seen with Draymond hitting Nurkic, punching him in the face, whatever. He's got suspended. He got suspended indefinitely, and then probably like I don't know, 3 days, 5 days later, they said he's got to do counseling and all this stuff, whatever. Okay, before we get into this video, man, I don't like how people are trying to portray Draymond. I feel as if people are coming out and saying, "Oh, I hope he gets help." Blah blah blah, this and that. Like he needs help. I'll be honest, man. You guys are trying to portray Draymond as if he's crazy or if he's some lunatic. I just think he plays the game with a lot of intensity. Granted, he shouldn't be punching no one in the face. He shouldn't be putting anybody in headlocks. Yes, I understand that. But to go out and say Draymond needs help and put him in counseling and all this other stuff, I just don't agree with that. Me personally. That's all I got to say about that. But the topic of the video today has something to do with him and the Warriors. But oh boy, the Warriors in the future. What does Draymond have to do with the Warriors and their future? Um, Obviously he's suspended for probably at least another 3 weeks, 2 weeks and a half, whatever it may be. But let's start from the bottom, from the root of the core, when it all started. Oh, before we get into the video, I'm sorry, I keep saying it, but I got my Grinches in the mail the other day, so I had to put these bad boys in the video. Yeah, these are not getting sold. But look at that. Shit. Okay, sorry. Back to the video. Okay, let's start from the root, the core, whatever you want to call it, man. So this was probably like what, 2015, 2014. I don't even know. It kind of started when Draymond ended up kicking Steven Adams in the balls in the Johnson. That's kind of where it all started, kind of all unraveling in the midst of the dynasty and him and Clay and Steph and all that stuff, and then getting KD in 2015, 2016, or actually 2017. I'm sorry. But I just it started there. Then in 2016, he hit LeBron in the Johnson again. Excuse me. It seems like I always got to burp in these videos, man. But he hit LeBron in the Johnson 2016. He, I personally think, and a lot of people think, if Draymond doesn't get a flagrant 2, or a flagrant and gets kicked out of Game 5, they ended up closing that series in Game 5. I am a strong believer in that. I think in Game 5, if they have Draymond, they go out and close that series and they have 5 championships. That's just me though, and there would be no 3-1 comeback. But Draymond even said, I don't know if he said it or if it's kind of fake. What is it? Words put into his mouth. But I read something that said that he believes that too. He says that if he wouldn't have gotten ejected, or if he wasn't suspended for Game 5, that they would have closed out that series. I don't know. I didn't hear it from Draymond himself, but I've seen reports of him saying it. So I'm gonna go on a limb here, and yeah, I really do think that he cost them a 5th championship. So all the antics that he does, hitting people, playing with high intensity, stuff like that, that's okay. But when it comes to winning, that's when I'm like, okay, now you got to stop, because I'm all about winning. Okay. So when it comes to you messing up the teams, winning and stuff like that, man, you cost them a championship, man. And you're a part of the only 3-1 NBA Finals comeback ever. Like that's gonna sting forever. Um, then 2016, obviously, they added Jordan Poole to the team. Whatever. 2 summers ago, there was rumors that Draymond knocked out Jordan Poole. There's reports. Everyone's saying, "What the fuck? There's no way. There's no way. This is his teammate. He knocked him out. No way." Obviously, if you've been um playing basketball, football, baseball, soccer, you guys know there's gonna be arguments within the team. Um, Personally, I've been in some scuffles before. Not any punches thrown. I mean, there's been arguing and pushing and stuff like that, but no punches have been thrown. And I'm gonna be honest, if punches are thrown, that's fine. If it doesn't go and hurt the team, leak in the media anywhere, it's obviously bigger in professional sports because they're under a microscope. So when it leaks in the media, it's worse. But if it stays in between the walls of the locker room, then it's okay. Speaking of the locker room, me and Carlos just dropped our 6th episode of the locker room. We talk about John Morant coming back, Curry owning the Celtics. We even talk about boxing in that episode. So if you guys want to tune into that, I will put in the link below or in the description below. But back to it. Him punching Jordan Poole really started the downward spiral, I think. Not only for him, but for the Warriors. So obviously 2 summers ago, he punches Jordan Poole. Boom. Obviously that puts some kind of stuff in the air as the season went on. That season went on. Obviously, Jordan Poole didn't fuck with Draymond. Draymond didn't fuck with Jordan Poole. Obviously because he got punched, knocked out. And then the video leaked, and then that's when it got 10 times worse. Because now imagine what Jordan Poole is thinking. His family's got to see that. His mom's got to see it. His dad's got to see it. His siblings are got to see it. And it's like, come on. Like, obviously he's going to feel some type of way. And imagine his mom, his dad. Imagine how they feel about their son getting hit in the face, getting knocked out by his own teammate. And it makes it worse too, because Draymond really should have been like his big brother. You know, Jordan Poole's just been in the league for a few years. Draymond's been in the league for forever. And if anything, Draymond should be guiding Jordan Poole, showing Jordan Poole the ropes and all that stuff. Okay. The season goes on, whatever. They go on and end up winning the championship, right? Against the Celtics 2 years ago. So obviously after all that happened, we're thinking, okay, you know what? They got over the hump, whatever. After the next season, that's when you kind of see the hiccups, you know. Oh, Jordan Poole doesn't like Draymond. Draymond doesn't like Jordan Poole. Okay, whatever. Now, leading into that same season, but into the playoffs when they finish the Kings. Then Draymond has a downward spiral again. He steps on Sabonis, getting his suspended. I'm surprised they don't lose that series. But they should have lost the series if they were going up with a kind of a more older squad. I feel like the Kings core has only been in that playoff series kind of like at that intensity. But if they were playing someone, I don't know, maybe if they're playing the Suns, maybe it's a little different. If they're playing the Nuggets, a lot different. If they're playing the Lakers, it's different. Just because of the Sacramento Kings, I feel like they kind of got away with it. Just for the simple fact that they're kind of a young team. Their core hasn't really been in that kind of playoff series or that to that intensity as if Curry and Clay have been in, obviously, since they've been in the dynasty. But obviously they go on and win that series. But after the offseason, right? There's being reports. Are they going to keep Draymond? Are they going to keep Jordan Poole? There's kind of a fence, right? Draymond, you keep Draymond, but you got to get rid of Jordan Poole. You keep Jordan Poole, but you got to get rid of Draymond. It's kind of sorry, guys. I had to stop the video because my sister walked into my room and didn't realize I was recording. But so we're on the topic of you keep Jordan Poole, then you got to get rid of Draymond. You keep Draymond, you got to get rid of Jordan Poole. And there's a fence, like I said. You're either on this side, you're on that side, or you're in the middle. You can't decide, you know? Obviously, Jordan Poole is a young star. You've seen that he can help you win a championship. But then you've seen Draymond, right? He's won you three. He's won you four now. After that championship. But Draymond's getting to the back end of his career. He's not really the same Draymond that he was in 2016, 2015, doing what he does, right? But then you got this young star, he could be the third Splash Bro that they've been waiting for. So I can see why there's a divide. Now, with all of this going on, there's obviously front office wants to do this, the GM wants to do this, the team wants to do this, the head coach wants to do this or that. You never know, right? Which leads me to my biggest theory, right? Let me hit you with some facts here. Bob Myers steps down as the Warriors GM May 30th, 2023. Now, everyone was thinking, wait, why would he do that? You still got the core, you still got the dynasty, Clay and Steph. At this point in time, Clay and Steph, well, for Clay. At this point in time, you think, man, Clay's still looking good, Curry's still looking good. Although Draymond is doing his shit, he could still help out and win a championship. You think, why would a GM step down? This is kind of a perfect scenario. You know what I mean? You still got guys. You still got your dynasty going on. You step out. Why? Why? And I think I have the answer. And if people don't know this already, then I will tell you why I think. Or if people know this already, then okay, we have the same idea. But my theory of why Bob Myers stepped down is because he wanted to get rid of Draymond. That's why. I think Bob Myers stepped down because he wanted to get Draymond out of Golden State. You might think I'm wrong, but lock in, twin. Lock in. Look, yes, Bob Myers, he's built the Warriors, right? He drafted some of the guys, he drafted the core pieces, some of them, right? Imagine telling the Warriors fans, the Warriors coach, Draymond himself, you know what? Even though I drafted you, I'm gonna have to not sign a contract with you. I'm gonna have to let you walk, and we're gonna tear down the whole dynasty. And if you're Bob Myers, what do you expect the fans to say? What do you expect Draymond to say? Draymond's gonna say, after everything I've done for you, blah blah blah, this and that. Well, Bob Myers is in a tough position. He's like, yeah, you did all this in the past, but we have to look to the future. And Jordan Poole looks like our future, right? So I just don't think Bob Myers wanted to cut Draymond or not re-sign him, and that's why Bob Myers stepped down as the Warriors GM. Number two reasoning to why. I think he was gonna go with Jordan Poole. I think he was gonna give Jordan Poole his contract. I think he was gonna let Draymond walk, and I think he was going to start focusing on Jordan Poole once. Obviously, Dre would have been out, but obviously he would have been focusing on Jordan Poole because obviously Clay and Steph are getting to the back end of their career. It's not as much as Draymond, but obviously it's starting to get there. So he's starting to look future. Obviously, I understand what you've done for me in the past, but now is now. Back then is back then. And I think that's the main reason why he didn't not want to cut Draymond and he wanted to keep Jordan Poole. And other people didn't see it. Maybe Steve Kerr didn't see it that way. Maybe Clay and Curry had something to do with it. I don't know, right? So Bob Myers steps down May 30th, 2023, which was last year. What happens then? What happens not even a month later, right? Jordan Poole gets traded June 22nd, 2023. Tell me if you're not connecting the dots right now, if you're not following me. Bob Myers steps down May 30th. Not even a month later, they trade Jordan Poole. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Bob Myers did not want to make those tough choices. And that's a fact. I believe that's a fact. I think that he didn't want to cut Draymond and he didn't want to go with Jordan Poole because of the backlash he was going to get from maybe if it had been the team or those fans or the front office. whatever it may have been. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I said. But then, okay, cool. June 22nd, they trade Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. Now, what happens next week? Right? Jordan Poole gets traded June 22nd, 2023. Now what happens? What happens literally a week later? Draymond gets his contract. June 30th, 2023. Right? It's not a coincidence that Bob Myers stepped down because he wanted to keep Jordan Poole. Right? Bob Myers releases his duties. They trade Jordan Poole. Not even a week later, they signed Dre to a contract. It's not a coincidence at all. Now, that leads me to the point, right? That leads me to the point. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they keep Draymond, right? A person of the dynasty, whatever, we already know, 4-time champion. Yes. Why would they do that now and trade Jordan Poole? Now look at where the Warriors are at now. What is the one problem with the Warriors right now? Besides Curry, Clay can't score. Chris Paul can't score. Kuminga, he could kind of make his own shot, but he's not there yet. Moses Moody is probably gonna take another year, just like Kuminga, another 2 years to really hit their stride. And to be honest, I think Clay is done. That's I'll move on to that later. I think Clay's done. Curry's got this year and maybe 2 good more years. Not saying he's gonna be trash after 2 years. I'm saying that he's going to kind of descend after 2 years, after this year and then 2 years after. So I think he's got a good solid 3 years left. I don't know. You know, if you keep Jordan Poole, your one problem gets resolved. Scoring. I think scoring right now is the main issue for the Golden State Warriors. And you could tell if Curry doesn't score, it's gonna be a hard win or a hard loss, whatever the chips may fall. You know what I mean? You need to do something now. The Warriors need to do something now. You know, it might hurt people, it might hurt fans. Oh, the dynasty's over, but you need to ship Clay out and you need to ship Draymond out. Whatever you can get from, do it now, and don't do it for pieces. Don't do it for draft picks. Don't No. You need players that can win now. You need either Zach LaVine, I don't know, Donovan Mitchell, Lauri Markkanen, someone that's going to help you win and score at this very moment. Because, like I said, I think Curry's got only a good 3 years left in him, and then he's gonna start descending. And I don't feel sad for Curry at all. I don't, because you gotta think about it. At a certain point, he had him, Clay, Draymond, and KD, one of the top craziest fives ever, right? So I don't feel bad for him. I will say this though. They are wasting his years away of the little years that he has left of being the Chef Curry that we know him to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think they need to go out and either they need to get rid of Clay, they need to get rid of Draymond, or they need to start thinking, well, do we really go into a different direction? Do we really trade the whole dynasty away? Which I don't think will happen because Curry is still Curry. But do they trade their young pieces now? Do they trade Kuminga? Do they trade Moses Moody? Do they trade Perjemski? For you to really strive in these crunch time moments, as in Curry's last 3 years, you need players that are going to win now. You can't wait for a Moses Moody. You can't wait for a Jonathan Kuminga. You can't wait for a Perjemski, because once those guys are fully developed, Curry's going to be descending. And what's the one person you need to be on top is Curry. You're not gonna win with the Kaminga. You're not gonna win with a Moses Moody. You're not gonna win with Projemski. So it will be very, very interesting. If I don't see a trade happening for the Warriors this year, I think it's going to look bad. And I think it's going to look really bad. I did do a mock draft. I did have Zach LaVine and Vucevic going to the Warriors. And then I had some stuff going to the Bulls. But you know, I'm not gonna do that because when I posted it, everybody was flaming me. But how do we feel now about that, man? How do we feel now? You could find it on my TikTok. It's on my TikTok. But hey, let me know what you guys think, man. What do the Warriors have to do? What do you think they should do? Do you guys think my Bob Myers theory is on the right lines, the right track? You let me know, man. Like I said again, I appreciate all you guys for subscribing. For just my content. You guys don't know nothing about me. Just straight shorts, TikToks, all that, man. I really do appreciate it. As you guys don't know, I'm trying to be an upcoming creator or whatever it may be, content creator. I don't know. I don't like saying that. I'm just trying to be me. Feel me? So if you like these kind of videos, if you just watching me purely off the vibes that I give or whatever it may be, I talk basketball, football, soccer, baseball. Yamamoto going to the Yankees is bullshit, but that's time for another day. But YouTube, I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.